Hi guys, welcome back to a brand new video today. Welcome back to a brand new movie review on my channel. Today I'm here revealing Meet the Robinsons from 2007. And this movie was by Steven Anderson. This movie took place in futuristic city of Toryland in the year 2037. In the film stars Steven Anderson as Bowler Hat Guy, Daniel Hansen and Jordan Fry, and Tom Selleck as Lewis Robinson, aka Cornelius Robinson, Wesley Silverman as River Robinson, Nicole Sullivan as Franny Robinson, Doll Hall as Uncle Gaston, Nathan Grannon as Lefty, Helen Williams as Carl, Arian Redson as Frankie, Matthew Johnson as Michael Ugubian, Adam West as Uncle Art, Angela Bassett as Mildred, Joseph Matthew as Tiny, Tracy Miller as Lizzie, Tom Kenny as Mr. Wallenstein, Joe Weddington reporter, Laurie Mitchell as Lucio, Conquer Horn, Ethan Sutherland as Uncle Fred and Doris, and Michael Joe Murphy as Fanny Robinson, Paul Fletcher as Stanley, Kelly Hoover as Umbelly, and Dora McGarry as Miss Harrington. Oh God! And so the movie starts off where we see this woman taking this baby to this orphanage. That's right, and it's Lewis. Oh, and it's Lewis. That's right. And he's being adopted by Mildred. That's right. Then years later, Lewis is all grown up, and he's hanging out with his brother Michael Ugubian, aka Goob. And so today he probably will be adopted because he's had a lot of interviews of being adopted, but a lot of them have failed because Lewis' science project have always had failed. And so he does make an interview, but it fails, of course. So Lewis decides to make a memory scanner. And so he begins designing a memory scanner. So now on the day of the science fair, a boy named River Robinson warns him that the guy in a bowler hat is after him. Of course, Lewis doesn't believe him. Lewis thinks that River is lying. Then at the back of the stage, you see this guy dressed in a bowler hat. This guy wearing a black outfit, and he's having a hat. He's having a Doris. He's having a hat. That's right, which is like a hat named Doris. And so they vandalize Lewis's science project, the memory scanner. And so then they take the science project. And so then Lewis takes Wilbur takes Lewis off to the future so that they can fix his science project. And so then they head to Wilbur's house where they fixed the time machine because Lewis had broken it. Then back in the past, back in Lewis's town, that's right, the bowler hat guy along with Doris head to this Invenco shop where they try to pass off the memory scanner. But of course it fails, so they search for Lewis, so they head to Lewis's house to search for him. They head to Lewis's house to search for him, and then search for him, but instead they find Goob. And then when they head to the attic, when they head upstairs, head to the roof to try to search for Louis, but they can't find him. They head to the time machine which they had stolen to head to the future. And then back in the future, Louis meets all the Robinsons. That's where he meets all of them. Except that Cornelius Robinson hasn't been home, and that he left off for a weekend. It's now Burlhead Guy and Doris try to get Louis out of the house by controlling a frog and a dinosaur. But of course it fails. And so Louis reveals to them that he was from the past, so they decide not to adopt him. So Wilbur reveals that he lied to Louis about taking him back to see his mother. So he ran away in shock, and then he gets caught by Burlhead Guy and Doris. And then they head to this house where the Burlhead Guy reveals that not only that Louis is Wilbur's dad, Cornelius Robinson, he is Michael Yagubian, his brother. And he explains to him that he wanted revenge on him for keeping him up all night. And that Cornelius, he made an inventing hat, like a helping hat, but the hat was evil. And the hat was evil, so they try to get rid of it. They try to shut it down, but of course it doesn't, but of course it failed. So then Doris made a deal with Goob to get revenge on Louis. So one night, at the Robinson house, while Wilbur left the garage door unlocked, Goob and Doris stole the time machine so that they can sabotage Louis's future and ruin the memory scanner. And so then back in the present, Louis tries to explain to him that he doesn't know what that will do to the future. But Goob tells him that he doesn't care, and he just says that he just wants to ruin his whole life. And then they head outside of the house where he's being saved by Wilbur and Carl. That's right. Before they arrive home, Doris takes the memory scanner, and then Goob and Doris head back to the Evenco shop while the future begins changing. Then Wilbur starts disappearing. And then when Louis heads to the garage, he sees what is happening on the future is like Doris betrayed Goob so that she can take over like the entire world. Then now all the Robinsons wearing Doris hats begin attacking Louis until he gets in the time machine, and then he fixes it. Then he heads back to the Evenco shop where he reveals to Goob is that Doris has been using him so that she can get rid of him. And then before Doris attacks Louis tells her that he never will invent her. And then Doris vanishes, and then Louis brings Goob back to the future where Wilbur reluctantly agrees to adopt him, but Goob decides not to get adopted by the Robinsons. So they all head back to the Robinsons, who all have returned back to normal. That's right, the future has returned. And then guess who comes home? Their dad, Cornelius Robinson, which is the older version of Louis Robinson. That's right. And so then Cornelius reveals to Louis about his science fair, and he reveals to him that his memory scanner is the one that started it all. And so Louis thinks that when he heads back, he will finally get to see what his mom really looks like. So then when Louis heads outside, he says goodbye to all the Robinsons, and then when he heads into the time machine, Wilbur heads back to the night when Louis was adopted by Miller. Because Wilbur made a deal with Louis that when he fixes his science project, like the memory scanner, he will take him back to see his mom. But Louis decides to let her go because he already has a family. And then when they head back home, when Louis heads back home, he says goodbye to his friend Wilbur, or like his brother, that's right. It's like before Lewis heads back to the science fair, he wakes his brother Goop up in the baseball game, and so now Goop has won the baseball game. And so now when Lewis heads back to the science fair, he fixes his memory scanner. That's right, this time it works. And he realizes who his mom is. It's Lucille, the scientist. Yes, it's her and Bud. And Bud, he meets the young version of Franny Robinson. So Lewis gets adopted by Bud and Lucille. And so that's how the movie ends. So I thought this was like a pretty good film. Look, like I show you many people. Look, this is the young version of Lewis. This is the old version of him. Yeah, Cornelius, that's right. And I'm Cornelius, that's right. Oh. Look. And this is Brother Goob. This is the bowler hat guy, that's right. The bowler hat guy. The bowler hat guy. Oh yeah, look, this young version of Franny. It's the old version of her. That's the young version of Lucille. It's the old version. And this is Bud, that's right. That was the young version of him. And it's the old version of him. Jeez Louise, person from the past to the future. And so I really like this movie because I thought this was such a really good movie. Also, I liked all the characters in the movie. My favorite character was like Lewis the kid, Lewis. And also about the story of the movie was really cool. From the past to the future. Also, there's two antagonists in the movie. There's Door 15 and there's Michael Yagubian, aka the bowler hat guy, aka Doris. Also, I also forgot to mention who the hat Doris is. Also, I had to show you who the hat is. That's right. The Hat. Oh yeah, the Hat. That's the villain of the movie, the Hat, Doris. Yeah, this is the Hat in the movie. Oh yeah, this is the Hat, Doris. That's right, the Hat. I saw like the songs in the movie. My favorite song is like Another Believer and Little Wonders. I also thought the soundtrack in the movie was really amazing. I also thought the animation in the movie was really nice. I also thought that the background and all that stuff was really cool. I also thought the direction of the movie was really nice. I also felt that a lot of the action scenes in the movie really amazing. I also felt the set of the locations of the movie really nice. Yeah. Hey. Who did? Let me see. Oh, that's right. Oh, that's right. There's also like the writing of the movie. The writing in it was really amazing. I also felt the acting in the movie was really nice. There were a lot of funny scenes in the movie. A lot of funny scenes in it. And there was also. Oh God. I also felt the CGI in the movie was really cool. I also felt that the structure in it was really amazing. I also felt the pacing in it was really awesome. How the steaming in it was really cool. I also felt the final battle / climax battle in the movie was really amazing. And finally thought the ending of the movie was really amazing. So this is my movie review of Meet the Robinsons from 2007. So that's why this movie gets 10 out of 10. I thought this was a really good movie. So this is movie review of Meet the Robinsons from 2007. And so don't forget to like and comment and share and subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you guys next time. And don't forget to like and comment and share and subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you guys next time. And goodbye everyone. See you soon.